పురుషార్థ సిద్ధ్యర్థం సాంగ సపరివార రమాసహిత సత్యనారాయణ స్వామి దేవత సంపూర్ణ అనుగ్రహ సిద్ధి అర్థం కల్పోక్త ప్రకారేణ యావచ్చక్తి ధ్యాన ఆవాహన షోడశ ఉపచార పూజాం కరిష్యే ఆదౌ నిర్విఘ్న పరిసమ అవాప్తి అర్థం మహా గణాధిపతి పూజాం కరిష్యే. తదంగ కలశారాధనం కరిష్యే కలశం గంధపుష్పాక్షతేరభ్యర్చ్య. Take some sandal powder, apply to that cup and put some kumkuma also. The cup also. ఆ గ్లాస్కే పెట్టండి అమ్మా. ముందు ఈ కలశారాధనం వేరు, ఆ కలశారాధన వేరు. One flower also. Tadanga kalasharadhanam karishe. Close with your right hand, both of them. Akalase esho dhavati pavitre parishichyate muktheri yajneshu vardhareyapo va idakum darvam vishpa bhutanyapa pranavapa pashavapo namapo amritamapa samradapo viradapo swaradapo shamdagasyapo Jyotigushyapa Jogusyapa Satyamapa Sarva Devata Apo Bhuvasavarapo Om. Rotate that flower in the cup. Gange Jemane Cheva Godavari Saraswati Nirmade Sindhu Kaveri Jalespin Sannidhin Guru Kaveri Tunga Bhadra Krishnameni Jagatame Bhagera De Dukhyata Pancha Ganga Pakitadaha Ayam Tu Deva Pujartham Kalashodakena Puja Dravyana Samprokshya. Sprinkle that water all the puja items on top of Ganesha on that kalasham, on yourself also. Again take some akshatas or petals or flowers. Om Ganana Andva Ganapati Kumbhavamahe Kavin Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspada Anashunman Notibhisi Dasadaram Ganapatim Sangam Zaidam Zavaharam Shakti Patni Putravarsameto Aspin Haridra Bimbe Sumkham Mahaganapadimava Hayami Sthapayami Pujayami. Offer in front of the Ganesha. Keep offering akshatas on Ganesha. महागणाधिपतये नमः लम्भृति तत्पात्मने गन्धं प्रकल्पयामि आकाश तत्पात्मने पुष्पं प्रकल्पयामि यं वायु तत्पात्मने धूपं प्रकल्पयामि रं तेज तत्पात्मने दीपं प्रकल्पयामि वं अमृत तत्पात्मने अमृतोपहार नैवेद्यं परिकल्पयामि सं सर्वतत्पात्मने ताम्बूलादि सर्वोपचार पूजा समर्पयामि. Again take some akshatas. इससे स्मृत्यादनामोक्त्या तपः पूजा क्रिया ऋजोन्योनं संपूर्ण दान्याति सद्यो वन्देदमच्युतं मंत्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं गणाधिपा यत्पूजितं मया देव परिपूर्णं तदस्सनया ध्यानावाहना षोडशोपचार पूजा च भगवान् सर्वात्मकः सर्वं श्री महागणाधिपति देवता प्रीता प्रसन्ना वरदा भवतु. महागणाधिपति देवता प्रणमस्तु. Everybody repeat. आयुर्देहि यशोदेहि श्रियं सौख्यंच देहि मे पुत्रान् पौत्रान् प्रपौत्रान् देहि मे गणनायक वक्रतुंड महाकाय कोटिसूर्य समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः. प्रार्थना नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि. यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजं तदेवाः तान् धर्मान् प्रथमान्यासं ते हनाकं महिमानसुतं ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्याः सन्ति देवाः. Again take some akshatas. Offer in front of the Ganesha. Mahaganaधिपतिं स्थास्थानं प्रवेशयामि. Take some offered akshatas in front of the Ganesha. Offered akshatas. గణపతికి దగ్గర పూజ చేసిన అక్షంతలు తీసుకోండి. महागणाधिपति प्रसाद सिद्धिरस्तु। पूर्वोक्त एवं गुण विशेषण विशिष्टायां शुभतिथो परमेश्वर उद्देश्य परमेश्वर प्रीत्यर्थं सांगत परिवार समेत रमा सहित सत्यनारायण स्वामी देवता दिव्य परिपूर्ण अनुग्रह प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्तदेवता विहित मंडपाराधनं करिष्ये। होल्ड दैट कलशम, not copper कलशम, lift it and put, there is a kalasham chart is there, picture is there in the chart, put there and touch the kalasham. आ कलशे एषु धावति पवित्रे परिशिच्यते मुक्तैर्यज्ञेषु वर्धते आपो वा सूर्युడి దగ్గర ఉంటుందండి. ఆ కలశే ఏషు धावति पवित्रे परिशिच्यते मुक्तैर्यज्ञेषु वर्धते आपो वा इदगुं सर्वं विश्वा भूतान्यापः प्राणावापः पशवापो नमापो मृतमापः सम्राडापो विराडाप स्मराडाप पश्यन्दागुष्यापो ज्योतिगुष्यापो यजुगुष्याप सत्यमाप सर्वा देवता आपो भूर्भुवस्वरापो ओम् अश्वत्थेवो नचतुरं पर्णेवो वसतिकृता गोभासयत्कलासति यत्सनथ पूरुषं. సార్ మీరు బ్లౌజ్ పీస్ కొద్దిగా అటు తిప్పాలి. ఈ కలశం చూసారా అలా ఉండాలి అంతే. టేక్ సమ్ శాండల్వుడ్ పౌడర్, పుట్ సమ్ కుంకుమ అండ్ దట్ శాండల్వుడ్ పౌడర్ టు ద కలశం. Take one turmeric root, dry date, betel nut, one coin, ओम नासत्यन सावर्तमानो निवेशेन नवृतमत्यंजारण्येन विदारथेन देवो यादिभुवनानि पश्यन्नो अग्निं दोतं वृणीमहे होतारं विश्ववेदसम् अस्य यज्ञस्य सुकृतो कद्रुद्राय प्रचेदसे मेधुष्टमाय दव्यसे वोचेमशन्तमको हृते अधिदेवता प्रत्ययदेवतासेद सूर्यग्रहदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. In the center there is Surya is there. Yeah, offer there. Again take it. आप्यायस्वसमेदुते विश्वतस्सोम वृष्णियं भवावाजस्य संगथे अप्सु मे सोमो ब्रवीदन्तर्विश्वानभे जजाग्निञ्च विश्वशम्भो मापश्च विश्वभेजीः गौरीमिमायसल्लाडतक्षत्येकपदीद्व्यपदीशादुष्पदी अष्टापदी नवपदी बभूषी सहस्रा अक्षरा परमे व्योम्न अधिदेवता प्रतिदेवतासीत चन्द्रग्रहदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. In the corner Chandra is there. मूर्धादिवक्कुत्पतिः पृथिव्यायं पाकौरेताकं तजिन्मती स्योनाप्रति भवानक्षरा निवेशनी यच्छानश्रमसप्रथाः क्षेत्रस्य पितनावैकं तेने वजामसि कामश्वं बोधयित्वा नमडादीदृशे अधिदेवता प्रत्ययदेवतासीत अङ्गारग्रहदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. कुज उद्बुद्ध्य स्वाग्ने प्रतिजाक्षरमिष्टापूर्ते सकुंत्र यथा मेञ्चा पुनः कुन्वग्स्वाभितन्युवान् वादाकुं सहित्वेदन्तमेतौ इदं मिष्टर्विचक्रमे त्रेधानदेवतं समूढमस्य पाकं दुरे सहस्रशीरुषापुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् सभूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यदष्टदशाङ्गुलौ अधिदेवता प्रत्ययदेवतासहित बोधग्रहदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. बुध again बृहस्पति दर्योरः आद्यमद्विभातिकृतमज्जनेषु यद्देदे अच्छवत्त प्रजात अस्मात् द्रविणं देहि चित्रं ब्रह्मज्ञानं समरस्ताद्भिषेमत सुरुचो वेनावः स बुद्ध्रिया उपमासविष्टा सतश्चयो निमसतश्चैवः इन्द्रं वो विश्वस्रवामहे जनेभ्यः अस्माकमस्तु केवलः अधिदेवता प्रत्ययदेवतासीत बृहस्पतिग्रहदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. गुरु शुक्रं ते अन्यद्य ऋतं ते अन्यद्विषरूपेह निद्योरिवासी विश्वाशमायावतस्पदाव भद्रादे भूषण्य रात्रस्थो इन्द्राणी मादनार्दपत्नी महमश्रवन्नक्षस्या परञ्जनजर साम्रते पतिः इन्द्रमर्तेहपाहि सोममिथाचार्यादेवसदस्यादप्रणीति तव सोरशन्मन्नायुवासन्ति कवयस्य यज्ञाः अधिदेवता प्रत्ययदेवतासहित शुक्रग्रहदेवता प्रत्ययदेवतासहित शुक्रग्रहदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. शुक्र ओम अगेन श्यामग्निरग्निभिस्करच्छन्नस्तौ सूर्यः संवादो वात्परपा अपश्यतः यमा यशोमकुं तनुते मायूतावियमको ह यज्ञो गच्छत्यज्ञदूतोरङ्कृतः प्रजापतेन त्वदेतान्यन्यो विश्वा जातानि मृता बभूवा इत्कामास्ते जुमस्तन्नोस्तवैगुस्याम पतयोरयीनाम् अधिदेवता प्रत्ययदेवतासहित शनैश्चरग्रहदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि शनैश्चरग्रहं शनि कया नक्षत्राभो दोती सदाव्रतस्सका कयादिष्टया व्रता आयंगो पुष्टिनक्रमे दशनन् मातर्मनः पितरं च प्रियंसवः नमो सर्पेभ्यो ये के च पृथ्वी मनो ये अंतरिक्षे ये दिवितेभ्यः सर्पेभ्यो नमः केतुङ्गन्मन्न केतवेपेशो मर्यापेशसे ए समशद्ब्रजा यथाः सचित्रचित्रं तियं तमस्मे चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतमं वयोथां चन्द्रं रयिम्बरवीरं रहं तञ्जनन्दापनुते वस्वा अधिदेवता प्रत्ययदेवता सहित राहुग्रहदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि राहु केतुङ्गन्मन् again takes केतुङ्गन्मन्न केतवेपेशो मर्यापेशसे ए समशद्ब्रजा यथाः सचित्रचित्रं तियं तमस्मे चित्रक्षत्रचित्रतमं वयोथां चन्द्रं रयिम्बरवीरं रहं तञ्जनन्दापनुते वस्वा ब्रह्मा देवानां देवीः कवीनां सर्पाणां महिषा मृगाणां नागोसः पवित्रमर्त्येतरेभन्नो अधिदेवता प्रत्ययदेवता सहित केतुगणदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि केतु गणानान्त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमिष्टवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनं गणपतिमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि in front of Ganesha. इदं विष्णुर्विचक्रमे त्रयधानदेवतं समूढमस्य पाकं सुरे विष्णुं साङ्गं सायुधं सवाहनं शक्तिपत्येतुर्वार्धमेदं महाविष्णुमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि विष्णु on top of Ganesha Vishnu picture. कद्रुद्राज प्रचेदसे मीठुष्टमाय यदव्यसे वोचे मशंतमको हृदे रुद्रं साङ्गं सायुधं सवाहनं शक्तिपत्नीपुत्रवार्धमेतो रुद्रदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि शिव सत्येन सावर्तमानो निवेशेन्नमृतं मृत्युञ्जारण्येन्द्रवितार्थेन देवो यादि भुवनानि पश्यन् सूर्यं साङ्गं सायुधं सवाहनं शक्तिपत्येपुत्रवार्धमेदं सूर्यं लोकपालकमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि सूर्य जातवेदसे सुनवाम सोममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः सनः पर शरति दुर्गान् विश्वानावेव सिन्धुन्दुरितात्यग्निः दुर्गान् साङ्गां सायुधां सवाहनां शक्तिपतिपुत्रवरवारसमेताः दुर्गामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि दुर्गा इन्द्रं वो विश्वस्रवामहे जनेभ्यः अस्माकमस्तु केवलः प्राग्दिग्भागे शुचिसमेत इन्द्रमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि on top of the chart there is Indra is there. अग्निं दोतं रणेम हैहोतारं विश्ववेदसम् अस्य यज्ञस्य सुकृतो आग्नेयकोणाधीशं स्वाहा स्वधा समेत अग्निदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि अग्नि यमाय सोमकं सुनुते यमायूताभियमको ह यज्ञो गच्छत्यज्ञदूतोऽरङ्कृतः यममावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि यम मोषणः परा आपरा निरुतर्दुर्हण आवदेति पदेष्टतृष्णया सह निरुतदिग्भागे निरुतिदेवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि निरुति इमं मे वरुणश्रुतियो मध्यार्मणीयात् वामवस्सुराजके पश्चिमदिग्भागे वरुणमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि in the center Varuna
which is in front of you.
तव वायुव्रतस्पते त्वष्टुर्जामातरद्बुधा वांस्यावृणीमहे वायुवेदिग्भागे वायुमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि द कार्नर वायु सोमो धेनुकं सोमो अर्वन्तमार्गं सोमो वीरङ्गर्मण्यं ददातु सारण्यं विदक्षको सभेयं विदुष्णुन्योदासमस्मै उत्तरदिग्भागे कुबेरमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि कुबेर तमीशा आनं जगतस्तस्तु यष्पतिमोधीन्यनुसे होमहे वयं पूषा सामसद्भृतेरक्षदा भारद्भस्वस्तये ईशान्यदिग्भागे ईशानमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि ऊर्ध्वभूषणभूतयतिष्ठा देवो न सविता ऊर्ध्ववाच ईशान ऊर्ध्वभूषणभूतयतिष्ठा देवो न सविता ऊर्ध्ववाच सचन्दाञ्जर्वागद्भरह्वयामहे वोर्ध्वपुरुषमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि अप्यारो योनाप्रति भवानक्षरा निवेशनी यच्छा नश्रम सप्रथा आह अथो दिग्भागे पृथिवीमावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि डौन एरो ओम इदं विष्णुविचक्रमे त्रेधानदे पदं समूढमस्य भागं सुरे सक्तुमिवतितमुनापनं तौ यत्र धीरामनसावाजमक्रता त्रासखा आय सख्यानि जानते भद्रैषान् लक्ष्मीन् हितादिवाची सांगं सायुधं सवाहनं शशक्तिपत्नी पुत्रवारसमेतो अस्मिन् कलशे सांगरपरिवारसमेत रमासेत सत्यनारायणस्वामी देवतामावाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि पुट इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कलशम कॉपर कलशम टेक सम अक्षतास offer the akshatas all the invited devatas स्थिरो भवा वरदो भवा समुखो भवा सप्रसन्नो भवा स्थिरासनं कुरु ततः ध्यानम् hold one flower ओम ध्यायेत् सत्यगुणातीतं गुणत्रय समन्वितं लोकनाथं त्रिलोकेशं कौस्तुभाभरणं वरं नीलाम्बरं नीलवर्णं श्रीवत्सपदभूषितं गोविन्दं गोकुलानन्दं ब्रह्माद्यैरपि पूजितं सांगतपरिवारसमेत रमादेत सत्यनारायणस्वामिने नमः ध्यायामि ऑफर इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कलशम सहस्रशीरुषा पुरुषः सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् भूमिं विश्वतो वृत्वा अत्यदष्टदशाङ्गुलौ सांगतपरिवारसमेत रमादेत सत्यनारायणस्वामिने नमः आवाहयामि again offer in front of the kalasham again take one kalasham or akshatas purusha evedakam sarvam yad bhodam yad chabhavyo o damrtattvaseshana hayadanne naatirokhati sangata parivar samet ramadetya narayan swami namaha navarattakajitema simhasanarthe pushpani samarpayami again offer in front of the kalasham keep sprinkling the water on that copper kalasham पादयोः सांगतपरिवारसमेत रमादेत्य नारायणस्वामिने नमः पादयोः पाद्यं समर्पयामि हस्तयोः अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि मुखे शुद्ध आचमनीयं समर्पयामि आपोहिष्ठामयो भुवस्तानमूर्जे ददातना महेरणाय चक्षसे यो वः शिवतमोरसस्तस्य भाजे तेन हांशतीरिव मातरः तस्मारङ्गमाम भोजस्य क्षयाय जन्मथा आपो जनयथा जनः शुद्धोदकस्नानं समर्पयामि स्नानानन्तरं शुद्ध आचमनीयं समर्पयामि वस्त्रं again take one flower or akshatas petals अभिवस्त्र आदवसनान्यन शाबिदेन सुदगाः पूजमानः अभिचन्द्राभर्तवेन हरण्याभिश्वान्नतनो देवसोमा सांगतपरिवार समेत रमादेत्य नारायणस्वामिने नमः वस्त्रार्थं पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि again offer in front of the यज्ञोपवी again take one flower or petal यज्ञोपवीतं परमं पवित्रं प्रजापतेरत्साजं प्रस्तादवायुष्यमग्रियं मृतमुञ्च शुभ्रं यज्ञोपवीतं बलमस्तु तेजः सांगतपरिवार समेत रमादेत्य नारायणस्वामिने नमः यज्ञोपवीतार्थं पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि offer in front of the kalasham again take one flower or petal dip into the sandalwood powder hold it गन्धद्वारान्दुराधर्षानित्यपुष्टाङ्गरीषिणीम् ईश्वरीकुं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियौ सांगतपरिवार समेत रमादित्य नारायण स्वामिने नमः दिव्य श्री परिमल गंधं समर्पयामि ऑफर इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कलश आयनेते परायने दुर्वारोहन्तु पुष्पनीर्दाश्च पुण्डरीकानि समुद्रस्य गृहायिमे सांगतपरिवार समेत रमादित्य नारायण स्वामिने नमः अलंकरणार्थं पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि ऑफर इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कलशम again take some akshatas or petals keep offering in front of the kalasham while you are offering Narayanaya Namaha you have to chant. Om Keshavaya Namaha Padau Budhiyami Govindaya Namaha Gulbha Budhiyami Indirapataye Namaha Ninghe Budhiyami Anaghaya Namaha Jarani Budhiyami Janardhanaya Namaha Uru Budhiyami Vishtanasravase Namaha Kadim Budhiyami Kukshisthala Bhavanaya Namaha Budram Budhiyami Lakshmi Vakshasthalaya Namaha Vakshasthalam Budhiyami Shankhajakrakadabani Namaha Bahom Budhiyami Kambukanthaya Namaha కంఠం పూజయామి పూర్ణేందుని భవక్త్రాయ నమః వక్త్రం పూజయామి హృందాయ నమః హృందాన పూజయామి నాసాగ్రమౌక్తికాయ నమః నాసికాం పూజయామి
Keep
సూర్యచంద్రాగ్నిధారణే
offering
నమః
the flowers.
నారాయణ नासिकां पूजयामि सूर्यचंद्राग्निधारणे नमः नयनत्रये पूजयामि सहस्रशरसे नमः शरः पूजयामि सत्यनारायणस्वामिने नमः सर्वाण्यङ्गानि पूजयामि ओं नारायणाय नमः ओं नराय नमः ओं शौर्ये नमः ओं चक्रपाणये नमः ओं जनार्दनाय नमः ओं वासुदेवाय नमः ओं जगद्योनये नमः ओं वामनाय नमः ओं ज्ञानमञ्जनाय नमः ओं श्रीवत्से नमः ओं दर्वेश्वराय नमः ओं ओबालाय नमः ओं पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः ओं गोपीश्वराय नमः ओं परज्योतिषे नमः ओं वैकुण्ठपतये नमः ओं व्ययाय नमः ओं सुधाधनवे नमः ओं यनवेन्द्राय नमः ओं नित्यवरुणपतये नमः ओं चतुर्वेदात्मकाय नमः ओं विष्णवे नमः ओं पद्मिनीप्रियाय नमः ओं धनपतये नमः ओं धनपतये नमः ओं निर्मलाय नमः ओं देवपूजिताय नमः ओं चतुर्भुजाय नमः ओं निक्रधराय नमः ओं त्रिधाम्ने नमः ओं त्रिगुणाश्रयाय नमः ओं निर्विकल्पाय नमः निरञ्जनाय नमः ओं निराभासाय नमः ओं चिदुप्ताय नमः ओं निरुपद्रवाय नमः ओं निर्गुणाय नमः ओं गदाधराय नमः ओं शाङ्गपाणये नमः ओं नन्दकने नमः ओं चक्रधराय नमः ओं एकात्मने नमः ओं दीनबन्धुवे नमः वार्तलोकभयप्रदाय नमः आकाशराजप्रदाय नमः योग्यहुत्पत्ताय नमः दामोदराय नमः चुञ्चुमाराय नमः जटामकुटजोपिताय नमः नीलमेघस्यामते नमः बिल्वदार्थप्रियाय नमः जगद्व्यापिने नमः जगत्कर्त्रे नमः चिन्तार्थप्रदाय नमः दिष्टवे नमः दुष्टोपते नमः देवकी नंदनाय नमः शौर्याय नमः जनार्दनाय नमः कन्याश्रमणार्दे नमः विदाम्रतराय नमः नघालने नमः उद्राभाय नमः स्वारूढाय नमः खड्गधारणे नमः धरार्दन समुच्चकाय नमः सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय नमः जगत्मङ्गलकाराय नमः यज्ञभूते नमः जन्मयाय नमः परमेश्वराय नमः सत्यनारायण स्वामिने नमः नानाविध परिमलपत्र पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि ओं प्रकृत्यै नमः ओं विकृत्यै नमः ओं विद्याय नमः ओं सर्वभूतहितप्रदाय नमः शुद्धाय नमः दुरभ्ये नमः परमात्मिकाय नमः वाचे नमः ओं पद्मालयाय नमः पद्माय नमः शुचिये नमः ओं स्वाहाय नमः ओं स्वधाय नमः ओं सुधाय नमः ओं धन्याय नमः ओं हिरण्मये नमः ओं लक्ष्म्ये नमः ओं नित्यपुष्टाय नमः विभावर्ये नमः आदित्ये नमः दीप्ताय नमः वसुधाय नमः वसुधारण्ये नमः कमलाय नमः कान्ताय नमः कामाक्षे नमः क्रोधसम्भवाय नमः अनुग्रहपराय नमः दुहे नमः नघाय नमः हरिवल्लभाय नमः शोकाय नमः अमृताय नमः दीप्ताय नमः लोकशोकविनाशिन्ये नमः धर्मनिलयाय नमः करुणाय नमः लोकमात्रे नमः पद्मप्रियाय नमः पद्महस्ताय नमः पद्माक्षे नमः पद्मसुन्दर्ये नमः
Keep offering kunkuma puja.
पद्मसुन्दर्ये नमः पद्मोक्षे नमः
All the ladies keep
पद्मनाभप्रियाय नमः
doing
रमाय
kunkuma
नमः
puja.
पद्ममालाधराय नमः देव्ये नमः पद्मिन्ये नमः
Kunkuma and
पद्मगन्धन्ये नमः
pasupu,
पुण्यगन्धाय
the
नमः
manjal.
प्रसन्नाय नमः प्रसादाभिमुख्ये नमः प्रभाय नमः चन्द्रवदनाय नमः चन्द्राय नमः चन्द्रसहोदर्ये नमः चतुर्भुजाय नमः चंद्ररूपाय नमः इंद्राय नमः इंद्रजिताय नमः आह्लादन्ये नमः पुष्ट्ये नमः जवाय नमः जवनकर्ये नमः सत्ये नमः विमलाय नमः विश्वजनन्ये नमः तुष्ट्ये नमः दारिद्र्यनाशन्ये नमः प्रीतिपुष्करण्ये नमः शान्ताय नमः शुक्लमाल्याम्बराय नमः प्रिये नमः श्रिये नमः भास्कर्ये नमः बिल्वलनयाय नमः वरारोहाय नमः शश्मिन्ये नमः वसुन्धराय नमः ओं उदाराङ्गाय नमः रण्ये नमः योमाल्ये नमः धरधान्यकृत्ये नमः सिद्धे नमः त्रेणसौम्याय नमः शुभप्रदानां नृपवेशकदानन्दाय नमः वरलक्ष्म्ये नमः वसुप्रदाय नमः शुभाय नमः रण्यप्राकाराय नमः समुद्रतनयाय नमः जयाय नमः मंगलादेव्ये नमः विष्णुवक्षस्थलस्थिताय नमः विष्णुपत्ये नमः प्रसन्नाख्ये नमः नारायण समाश्रिताय नमः दारिद्र्यध्वंसिन्ये नमः देव्ये नमः सर्वोपद्रवारिण्ये नमः नवदुर्गाय नमः महाकाल्ये नमः ब्रह्म विष्णुजवात्मकाय नमः त्रिकालज्ञानसम्पन्नाय नमः त्रिकालज्ञानसम्पन्नाय नमः भुवनेश्वर्ये नमः सांगसपरिवार समेत रमादयित सत्यनारायण स्वामिने नमः नानाविध परिमलपत्र पुष्पाक्षतान् समर्पयामि धूपम्.
You all take the akshata and flowers in your hand, and Panditji is doing the dhupam over there to do the namaskaram to that dhupam. As a safety reasons, we are not giving the dhupam and deepam here. But you all just offer with the flowers. Hold it in your hand and do the namaskaram and do the offerings from where you are. Offer the namaskarams to that dhupam over there. नानागन्धैः सुजिताग्रहे सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यतां श्रीरमास्मै सच्चिन्नारायणस्वामिने नमः धूपम् आघ्रापयामि. Offer the akshata and flowers. Take one more flower, little bit of akshata, and then offer it on the kalasham and offer the deepam. There is a deepam there in front of the mandapam. Do the salutations and offer the deepam there. Yes, ma'am, you can take from there on the table. There is a red powder. You can apply on your forehead, yes. Offer the akshata there. Om pratyaksha deepam darshayami dhupadipan de shuddha achamaniyan samarpayami naivedyam. You all have Satyanarayana prasadam. Who does not have? ఇస్తున్నానమ్మా ఇస్తున్నాను. అమ్మా పద్మగారు కప్పుల్లోని ప్రసాదాన్ని ఇది మీద ఇది If you have prasadam, open it. Put all the fruits also there on the mandapam. on the mandapam. All the fruits you have, put it on the mandapam, both sides of the kalasham. Fruits and prasadam, whatever you brought to offer to the God, put it there. Keep it 2 fruits aside. Do not put every fruit. Just 2 fruits aside. Later on, you need those 2 fruits. రెండు పళ్ళు వదులుకొని మిగతావన్నీ కూడా అక్కడ పెట్టేసేయండి. ఇచ్చేసారమ్మా. Now sprinkle water with the flour on the prasadams, all the fruits and Satyanarayana prasadam, what you have. Everyone please, Om Bhurbhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayadu. Offer the 5 times those fruits to the God. Om Pranay. 5 times offer there.
Madhye Madhye Paniyam Samarpayami. Again sprinkle the water on that kalasham. Madhye Madhye Paniyam Samarpayami. Hasto Vrakshalayami. Pada Vrakshalayami. Suddha Achamaniyam Samarpayami.
Take the flowers and akshata again in your hand. Sri Rama Sameta Satyanarayana Swamine Namo Namaha. Tambulan Samarpayami. Offer it there in front of the kalasham. Now take akshata and flowers in your hand, please, and do the Namaskaram to Lord Satyanarayana over there. The arati is going on. Madho Purnanda Dhati Madhavyo Dhaniti Ekada Brahmana Upaharati Ekadhe Virinamana Ajustejo Dadhati. Sri Rama Sameta Satyanarayana Swamine Namaha. Offer the flowers and akshata in front of the kalasham and take that arati with both hands to your eyes, your head and your chest. Boliye Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Everyone take the flowers and akshata and stand up, please. Everyone stand up with the flowers and akshata with both hands, folded hands. Om Rajadhirajaya Prasayadahine Namo Vajam Vaishravadaya Kunmahe Same Kaman Kamakamaja Makyam Kameshwaro Vaishravado Dadhadu.
Kuberaja Vaishravanaya Maharaja Namaha. Om Tat Brahma Om Tat Vayu Om Tat Atma Om Tat Satyam Om Tat Sarvam Tat Puro Namaha. Om Tat Sharati Bhute Jagrahajam Vishwamurti Shotvam Yajnastam
Mahatkarastam Indasvagam Ruddastam Vishnustam Brahmatvam Prajapatihitvam Dadapa Bhojyo Dira Somrutam Brahma.
Bhurbhuvasvaram Thaitam Vishnave Jaranirvapati
Yajno ve Vishnuho Yajna Evandada Pratitishthati Shrotra Jyoti Vishnave Swaha Yajnaya Swaha Pratishtha.
Pratishtha Svaheti Narayanaya Vidmahe Vasudevaya Dhimahi Tanna Vishnu Prachodayado Mahadevya Vidmahe Vishnupatne Dhimahi Lakshmi Prachodayado Sangada Parvartame Ramasatyanarayana Swami Nirmahata Upadaram Diyoha Vedokta Savarna Divya Mantra Pushpanjalim Samarpayami. Offer in front of the kalasham. Again take some akshatas and do the parikrama there. Atma Pradakshana. Yani Ganija Papa Janmam Tarakrutana Jadana Dana Panasanti Prakshanam Pade Pade Papo Hamba Karma Hamba Patma Baba Sambhavaha Trahiman Gopiyade Visharana Katavasalanya Dhajan Nastitame Visharanam Mama Tasmat Karnya Bhavena Raksha Raksha Janardana Atma Pradakshana Namaskaran Samarpayami. Offer in front of that kalasham. Sit down. Keep offering akshatas on kalasham. Chatramaachadayami, Jamarena Vijayami, Nrityam Darshayami, Gitam Shravayami, Samastarajopajara, Devopajara, Bhaktiopajara, Mantropajara, Shastropajara, Puja Samarpayami. Isya Smurtya Janamokya Tapah Puja Kriyadashu. Takes the 2 fruits on your hand, both of them. Unoffered fruits.
Yeah, Vinanda, unoffered fruits. Please take in your both hands, hold it together. And repeat after Panditji.
రెండు రెండు పట్టుకోండి, కానీ తిప్పి పట్టుకోవాలి. చేతి పైకి ఎత్తండి.
Like that. You know, bananas, you need to hold it like that. అమ్మా ఇటు నుంచి కాదండి, ఆ కొమ్ములటు అంతే. మీరు కరెక్టే, మీరు కరెక్టే. ఎస్,
ఇటు తిప్పండి అంతే. యా, రిపీట్. అమోఘం పుండరీకాక్షం నరసింహం దైత్యసూదనం హృషీకేశం జగన్నాథం వాగీశం వరదాయకం సగుణంచ గుణాతీతం గోవిందం గరుడధ్వజం జనార్దనం జనానందం జానకి వల్లభం హరిం ప్రణమామి సదా భక్త్యా నారాయణం అజంపరం దుర్గమే విషమే ఘోరే శత్రూణ పరపీడితే విస్తారయతు సర్వేషు తథా నిష్ట భయేషు చ నామాని ఏతాని సంకీర్త్య ఫలం ఈప్సిత ఆప్నుయాత్. సత్యనారాయణం దేవం వందేహం కామదం ప్రభుం లీలయా వితతం విశ్వం ఏన తస్మై నమో నమః. ఇదం ఫలం మయా దేవ స్థాపితం పురతః తవ తేన మే సఫల వాప్తిః భవేద్ జన్మని జన్మని. Do namaskaram to the Satyanarayana Swami. Tell your all wishes to Swami and put the fruits in front of the kalasham. Take some akshatas. Esya smrtya janamokya tapah puja kriya rajonyonan sampurna danyati sadhya vande damachyutam mantrahinam kriyahinam bhaktihinam janardana. यत्पूजितं यादेव परिपूर्णं तदस्तुनियाध्यानावाहना जडजोपचार पूजया च भगवान् सर्वात्मकः सर्वं श्री सांगत परिवार समेत रमादित्यनारायण स्वामी देवता प्रीता प्रसन्ना वरदा भवतु. Along with water, the dose akshatas and water offer in front of the kalasham. Leave it in front of the kalasham. అక్షంతలు తీసుకుని నీళ్లు పోసుకుని కలశం ముందు వదిలిపెట్టండి సార్.
the water and rice, leave it in front of the kalasham. Or nena.
Yeah, again hold the akshatas. Do the namaskaram to the Satyanarayana Swami. Om Shantaakaram Bhujagachainam Padmanabham Duresham Vishwakaram Gagana Sadrusham Megavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmikantam Kamaranayanam Yogi Hrudhyanakam Yam Vande Vishnam Bhavabhayaharam Sarvalokaikanathaum.
Offer it there and then take some akshata from the kalasham, offered akshata, and then offer it on your head, on your, and then on your spouse. And apply a little bit of kumkum from the kalasham where you did the kumkum puja. Now hold the akshata in your hand. Okay, so నేను ఇంకేం చెప్పలేదండి. Take the kumkum ante. Now hold the akshata in your hand and listen the katha, the story of the Satyanarayana. Boliye Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Jadivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavatanam Dhyajet Sarva Vighnopashantaye. Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Manekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadam Tam Upasmahe. ज्ञानानंदमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे. एकदा नैमिषारण्ये ऋषयः शौनकादयः प्रपृच्छर्मुनयः सर्वे सूतं पौराणिकं खलु व्रतेन तपसा किं वा प्राप्यते वाञ्छितं फलं तत्सर्वं श्रोतुमिच्छामः कथयस्व महामुने एकदा नारदा योगी परानुग्रहकाङ्क्षया पर्यटन् विविधान् लोकान् मर्त्यलोकमुपागतः. The Lord Satyanarayana, as you can see here in the picture, we invited the same form on the Kalasham. In the beginning of the puja, you invited Lord Satyanarayana Avahanam. So you invited Lord Satyanarayana in the Kalasham. And Lord Satyanarayana is in the form of three Trinity gods, Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. And Lord Satyanarayana is called Trimurtyatmaka Shakti, Hari, Hara, Hiranyagarbha. Hari is Vishnu, Hara is Shiva, Hiranyagarbha is the Brahma. All three forms which have one form is Lord Satyanarayana. That relates to Sat Chit Ananda Swarupa, Satchidananda Swarupatmaka Satyanarayana Bhagavan. So what is the Satchidanandatmaka Swarupa? What is the meaning of Satchidanandam? You heard many times the word name Satchidanandam, right? Anybody did not hear Satchidanandam? Sat Chit Anandam Satchidanandam. What is the Satchidanandam? Always in blissful form. When we can be in always in blissful form, when you speak truth all the time, then you will be in blissful form. If you lie, you feel guilty. That guilt never forgives you. All our life, that guilt will be there if you lie. When you are not lying, then you will be in blissful form because you will be happy. There is nothing to hide, total transparent. Can we live in Kali Yuga like that? Forget about neighbors and friends. Own family, you can't live like that, right? Do you lie? Don't think Panditji is putting you on the spot. Satyanarayana Puja itself is like a mirror. What we do, how we live in our life. So, do we lie? Answer is yes. If somebody say, no, I don't, it is the biggest lie. We do lie. Why do we lie? There might be many reasons. But according to the Dharma Shastra, Hindu scriptures, 4 places you can lie. There is an exemption. To protect the Vedas, to protect the women, protect the Dharma, protect the cow. Except these 4 areas, you never should not lie. But still we do. That is what Kali Dharma is. That is the reason in Kali Yuga, Ekada Narada Yogi Paranugraha Kankshaya Paryatan Vividhan Lokan Martya Loka Mupagataha. Martya Loka. What is the Martya Loka? Martya is human. We all are called Martyas. That is the reason Martyas get Mrityu. And when Mrityu happens, what happens? This body immerses into this earth only. The Panchabhutatmaka Deham goes back to the Panchabhutas. What are the Panchabhutas? Again the question. So it's not, Satyanarayana Puja you might done many times, maybe hundreds or thousands or many years since you got married. You are doing, keep doing it, and you heard many stories, the same story again and again. But what we learned? Did we learn anything? Many people say, oh, Panditji, same story you are keep repeating every year, every time. No. The story telling us something to realize in our life and bring change in our life and live happily with those changes. And apply these rules in the katha, whatever in the story it said in the puja, into our own life, whatever is possible. So here, when I say you cannot live without lie, certain areas, some areas, lying is okay. But some of the lies which we do, those will backfire on us. Like in the Katha, the businessman says, I don't have anything in my boat. And to who he said, there is a rule also when you are lying, who you are lying to. You are lying to your parents, your teacher, your priest. God should not. There are small lies that are okay, I'm sick, I'm unable to come to the office. Those are okay. It's not going to backfire you that much. But when you have, in front of the God, when you say, I don't have, many is a human tendency. Oh, I have nothing. Instead of saying I have nothing, say, whatever is God has given me, I'm happy with it. There is a way of saying same meaning, but you can say in a different way. When your words comes in a right manner, that becomes samskrutam. Keyurani na bhushayanti purusham harana chandrojvala na snanan na vilepanan na kusumam na alankrita murdhaja vanyeka samalankaroti purusham ya samskruta dharyate. So what is this ya samskruta dharyate? Samskarimpabadinatuvanti vakku. The meaning is the purified sentence, the purified words when it comes out of our mouth, when we speak. Speech has power. So that is the reason when you say something positively, things will be positive. Even though you are upset, you can show that upset with positiveness. So this story is in 10 chapters. Is anybody heard about Satyanarayan Katha is in 10 chapters? No, right? It is in 10 chapters. But in Kali Yuga, we don't have time, so they cut short to 5 chapters. That 5 chapters also, nowadays, we are not giving enough time to the priest. We want puja to be done in 45 minutes. Forget about the puja. Weddings, they want in 45 minutes. Then in 45 days, they will be ready for next wedding. I, as a priest, recommend you all, teach your kids. Give the values of our Hindu religion. Hinduism is not just a ritualistic life. Hinduism is a way of life. That is the reason when we say namaste, namaste, many of us also understand hello, hi, greetings, right? But that is not true. Namaste is I'm saluting the divinity within you. When you are saying namaste to the opposite person, you are saluting the divinity within that person. And Hinduism is the only religion you should be proud to say, we see God, divinity in everywhere, in everyone. We see the divinity in the human, in the animal, in the mammal, in the stones, in the trees, everywhere. Yesterday, someone came to temple and asked me, Panditji, when you say God is everywhere, then why should we come to temple? You all agree with that? Yes, some people agree, but then you are not saying that. Yes, but you all agree. Oh, when you say, why do we need to come every week to temple? You have your own nose with you, but you go in front of the mirror every day 10 times, right? To see your face. Why? Can't you see your own nose without the mirror? We need mirror. So same thing, the divine energy what we have residing in our own body, Deho Devalaya Prokto, Jivo Devas Sanatanaha, that Jivatma, that Paramatma who is residing in us is called Sanatana, eternal. That Paramatma to see, we need to go to the temple and see in the deity. When you are looking at the deity, you are looking at yourself in the deity. That is the reason you do the Atma Pradakshana. When you do the Pradakshana, you are connecting your soul to the Atma and Paramatma connection you are building up. That is the reason we need to come to temple at least once in a week. In olden days in India, where you grown up, there every street has a temple, don't you? Why? Every street, every day that people, whoever lives in that street, they used to go to the temple at least even 1 minute. So when time has changed, at least we can come in weekends. God is coming to you for in the weekend only. Muhurtas all changed to the weekends only nowadays. People comes and asks us Muhurta, Panditji, we want Saturday 12 o'clock Muhurta. So they already had 99% Muhurta fixed. Only thing they want to hear from our mouth. Kandha tumara, bandhu kamara. So when you asking Muhurta, don't fix your Muhurta and go to the priest. Go and ask, Panditji, I want to do this, tell me the auspicious time. Nowadays, they say, we don't have, we need 2 years of time to book the hall for the marriage. So they book the date and we need to fix the Muhurta for that date. Like, how they're first tunes and they're writing the lyrics. But some things you cannot compromise. That is one of the things is Muhurta. So, this Satyanarayana Puja, Narada, I'm not going to narrate to you today the new story. The story is the same, all 5 chapters. Of course, I'm not narrating all the 10 chapters, only 5 chapters, same stories. First chapter is Narada goes to Vaikuntha. Lord Vishnu narrates this story to Narada, how to do this puja, what to do this puja, when to do this puja, what exactly you have done. But here in the first chapter, Narada, you need to ask a question. Why Narada asked this question? Did Narada ask this question for Satyuga, or Dwapara Yuga, or Treta Yuga? No. He asked this question for people who lives in Kali Yuga. Because we are in the trouble all the time. Why human get into trouble in life? Because expectations are high and acceptance levels are low. So Narada asked these questions to Lord Vishnu in Vaikuntha as he sees the Lord Vaikuntha Narayana over there. Shantakaram bhujagashayanam padmanabham suresham vishwadharam gagana sadrusham meghavarnam shubhangam Lakshmikantam kamalanayanam yogi hrudyanagamyam vande vishnum bhavabhayaharam sarvalokaikanadham. That Narayana, Sriman Narayana, Narada asked, is there any puja, any remedy is there for mankind to get rid of their sorrows, their problems? So Lord Vishnu answered, yes, there is a puja, Satyanarayana puja. Whoever follows the principles of Satyanarayana puja in their life, they will be happy, they will get rid of all their problems in life. So Narada asked, what is the procedure of this puja? Invite, as you can see in front of you, there is a mandapa, the sheet given it to you. The sheet, when you do at home, we put a towel, rice and everything. But in the temple, because every month we do this, so we come up with the plan with the sheets. In that sheet, the whole Satyanarayana mandapam is there. It is actually a tutorial also to learn what grahas on which side of the sky, in the space. And same thing, the directional gods. How many directions we have? We all know, we think we know about Hinduism. Honestly, we don't know anything about Hinduism. We don't know why do we need to wear tilak on our forehead. As in the beginning I said, when you're doing a puja, there is a custom to have the tilak on your forehead, wearing a right attire, sitting in a right posture. All these things connects you with your own consciousness. So Narada, when asked this question, Lord Vishnu explained to him, this puja should be done along with the Navagrahas, as you invited the Navagrahas there. And then Panchaloka Palakas, as you seen 5 main rulers of the universe on the left side of the sheet, you can see Ganesha, Vishnu, Shiva, Gauri, and Surya. In Hinduism, we say there are 33 million gods. All the 33 million gods are forms of these five only. These five main rulers of this universe we call Pancha Lokapalakas. You may call them as an executive body of the universe, not the world. Here you need to be very careful. What is the world? What is the universe? Who knows the difference between universe and world? Anybody? Universe is bigger than world, or world is bigger than universe? That is, we all know that, right? So how many worlds are in the universe? 14 worlds are in this universe. If I tell you a small story, you all will remember this. Yashoda Ma, when Lord opened Lord Krishna his mouth, what did she say? తెలుగులో పద్యం ఉందండి, 14 భువనంబులు కుదురుగని కుక్షి నిలుపుకొని, అందరికీ గుర్తొచ్చి ఉంటుంది ఇప్పుడు చిన్నప్పుడు చదువుకున్నది, అవునా? So that means we have 14 worlds in this universe and 10 directions for the universe. So that is the reason you invited the 10 directions, up and down arrows also. So once you invite all these supreme powers, in the Kalasham, you invite the master of ceremony, Lord Satyanarayana, along with his consort Rama Devi. Rama is the Lakshmi, form of Lakshmi. And Satyanarayana is also form of Trinity gods, Sat Chit Ananda, Harihara Hiranyagarbhatmaka. And you invited them, you did the puja, you did the Ashtottaram, you did the Lakshmi Ashtottaram also. And then we are listening the story. This is the Lord Vishnu narrated to Narada. In the first chapter, what is the morality of the story is, if you need to thank to God, do small puja like this. Satyanarayana puja is a very small puja. It's not a very big puja. It looks like big puja because we create that big, the richness in the puja. We invite 100 people, are organizing for them lunch. So the Yajamana, the Karta of the puja, who is performing, his all mind is in the guest hospitality, not on the puja. That is what we do at home, right? Nothing wrong, you should invite. But as long as you are sitting in front of the puja, do not concentrate anywhere else. Just concentrate on the puja. Because this puja is even small, but it's very powerful. And give enough time to listen the story, because if Panditji is doing the puja and you are offering is just a mechanical, you will understand with the story only the gist of the puja. The energy of the puja you can understand when you understand the story properly. If you listen the story as a story, it will remain as a story forever. But understand the gist of the story. In the first chapter is faith is needed, trust is needed, and do proper puja. That is the first chapter. And second chapter, Narada asks another question to Lord Vishnu. Is there anybody who performed this puja and got benefit? What are the benefits we get from this puja? In the second chapter. So Lord Vishnu says, yes, there is two people who performed this puja and benefited. One is the Brahman priest and woodcutter. Here in the English translation, when you read this book, they said, poor Brahmin priest. Brahmin is always poor. Why? That is absolutely wrong description. Brahmin means no need to be poor. What is the description for the poor? Poverty. Money? Wealth? No. Brahman is rich with his knowledge. Brahmano osya mukhamasid bahurajanyah krutah uru tadasya yadvaishya padbhyagum shudro ajayata. The Purusha Sukta says. Even in Arati also says, in the Katha in Hindi also they say Garib Brahman. Bhai, Brahman Garib kyun hota hai? They should not be. So see, when you translate the Sanskrit into English, there are many wrong translations happens. The same thing in Hindu wedding also, they say Kanyadan. Kanyadan means giving away your daughter. That is the true translation, and absolutely nonsense. Nobody give away their daughters. Kanyadanam is the very highest ritual to get the karma of your moksha. But we left that original meaning, and people are trying to understand. And nowadays, the kids who studied here in US, our Indian kids, they doesn't want to do Kanyadanam because it's like a giving away their daughter. They don't understand the real meaning of the word is the Kanyadanam. So we need to understand our rituals first. Then we can teach to our kids. Someone say, oh, my kids went all along in their life Chinmaya, and at the time of the wedding, the same kid will come and say, we want wedding in 45 minutes. What is the value you're getting for the Chinmaya? From the Chinmaya. It is a sad part. So that is the reason as a priest, it's a humble request to you all parents. Teach your kids all our rituals. And again, do not teach them rituals as in a superstitious mentality. Teach them logically, scientifically. Every ritual has a logic. And if whoever your kids wants to become a doctors, buy a book by Dr. Tony Nader, Human Physiology and Hindu Gods and Goddesses. It's a scientific, it's a great book to read, understand what parts of the body, how these body parts function, and what energy of the God is working there. So much science in our Vedic science there. That is the reason the Vedic science is always came from the Vedas, and the present science, it's coming from the Vedic science. All the scientists, what their job is, what they do? Research. You understand correctly? Research. Nobody is doing search. They can do research only something if something is there. What is there, they are researching. So what is there? It is there in our Vedic sciences, in the Vedas. It's described about it. It described about the whole universe. Same thing about the eclipse. By the way, you may have a doubt. Is there an eclipse today? Who has the doubt? Many of you got through this doubt, right? Because many temples are propagating there is a eclipse today. Sorry to say, there is no eclipse today. Because there is an eclipse, but we don't need to observe this eclipse because it's a penumbral eclipse. And if you understand, there are three parts of the grahanas. The eclipse comes as in a three ways. Full total grahana, chaya grahana, and prachanna chaya grahana. Prachanna is the penumbral eclipse. When you just keep it there. When this eclipse comes penumbral, no need to observe any religious observations. So, yes, on the 8th of April, there is a solar eclipse, and it is for us. But here, today, we do not have any lunar eclipse. So, Brahman priest and woodcutter who performed this puja in the 2nd chapter, Lord Vishnu says their story, and who they were benefited, and they got so much wealth and peace in their life. So, what kind of a wealth we need? Amma phone okkar silent lo bettara please. Na marichipoyanu pettanam. So this the Brahmin priest who performed this puja, because he was so, he in the Kali Yuga, Brahman was not treated properly, so he got poverty. So then he was not applying his knowledge. So because he is in Kali Yuga, so he was wavering. So Lord himself came to him and he initiated this puja to him, and the Brahmin priest performed this puja, and from then onwards, this Brahmin priest was so happy and prosperous in his life. Same thing, one woodcutter also was doing, he came to this puja when Brahmin priest was doing, And he saw and he performed this puja, and then he also benefited from this puja. So what are the benefits? If we do the puja, do we get a lot of wealth? If any priest is telling you that, please don't believe. Priest is lying. But if you do the puja, you will gain the strength to make that money. You will gain the strength to deal with your own problems. The strength will come. In life, to get success, 3 forces are needed: divine force, power, manpower, willpower. Willpower will get stronger by the puja. Pujas and remedies in life works like an umbrella in the rain. You can't stop the rain, but you can stop getting wet yourself. Protection. Same thing. Pujas and remedies in life helps you protect yourself. You should believe, you should have a faith, but at the same time, everything should make sense to you, whatever you do in life. Even puja. Any puja you do, it has to make sense to you. Ask questions and clear your doubts. This is very important. The woodcutter also asked the questions to this Brahmin priest. What is this puja? Why you are performing? And Brahmin priest initiated this puja to him, and he performed with faith and trust in God, and he was blessed. So all things, for everything connectivity is, trust and faith is needed in life. If you don't have a faith, you can't even pick up that kalasham. 1 cup of water also you cannot pick with your hand if you don't have a faith and trust in yourself. Before you believe in God, believe in yourself. That is also Vedas are teaching. If you are believing in God, you believe in yourself first. So the second chapter, Brahmin priest and woodcutter who performed this puja with faith and trust in God. So we all should have a faith and trust in God. Do we have faith and trust in God? We say. Oh, really? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Again, many of us, we do pujas with God fearing. Don't you, this story, whatever I'm telling you, look like is everything connecting to our life? Sometimes we scare with God, right? Oh, if I don't do this, God may get upset. Honestly, God never will get upset with you. Don't do pujas with God fearing. Do the pujas with God loving. God will like you more. Even though you do mistakes in puja, that's okay. By knowingly, if you do mistake, it is your fault. Unknowingly you do mistake, it is not your fault. There is a saying in English, ignorance can be tolerated, but not arrogance. And you know what is the ignorance and what is the arrogance is. 1 time, 2 time, 3 times mistakes are okay. 4th time is ignorance. It's not, arrogance. 4th time. It's not ignorance. So these things, we need to understand the story, the way we're supposed to understand. The second chapter, the Brahmin priest and woodcutter who performed this puja and they were benefited. And then third and fourth chapter talks about one character is a businessman. And we all do some kind of a business in our life. In the family, or at work, or at business, whatever we do business. Even we do business with God also. Right? So, businessman character is within us, all of us. But only thing is you should not go beyond your limit. This businessman who promised to do this puja, because when Chandraketu Maharaja, when he was doing this puja, again, the story is the same old story. I'm not giving you any new story. But understand the gist of this story. The third chapter, king was doing the puja, seeking the Lord's blessing. But businessman wants to do this puja once God blessed him. So the difference between king and businessman, king was offering the puja without his getting any benefit, but businessman won't give you anything until he benefited himself first. That is the businessman's character. So nothing wrong. Lord said, okay, tadhastu, you will be blessed by a child. And he was blessed by a daughter, and he named her Kalavati. His wife's name is Lilavati. And she reminded him to do this puja at the naming ceremony day, which is the 11th day. Our maximum is 1 month baby. We normally naming ceremony happens. And she reminded this. And the story you all know, right? She reminded, and what did he do? Please tell me, you all know this story. What did he do? He postponed it, right? నేను ఇంగ్లీష్లో చెప్తున్నాను కాబట్టి ఇంగ్లీష్లోనే చెప్పాలమ్మా పదం అంతే. He postponed it. Did he postpone for 1 week, 1 month, 1 year? He postponed for at least 1 decade, at least minimum of 10 years. Why? That is the businessman's character. We all postpone things forever. I'll give you a small example. Very small example. You do puja, sometimes you do this Satyanarayana puja at home, right? And priest asks you to, okay, please drop this mandapam at the temple at your earliest. That earliest won't come until next year. This is the what called postponement. Don't we have a time to go for 10 minutes to temple and drop that? We postpone. अरे काल करेंगे, परसों करेंगे, नरसों करेंगे. We think काल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, पल में परलय होएगी, बहुरी करेगा कब. That is the what we all supposed to do. Do it, whatever you need to do it tomorrow, do it today. But we think आज करे सो काल करे सो परसों, जीना है बरसों. Whoever understands Hindi, you can understand that. We think we live forever. You never know what's going to happen next minute. So don't postpone, especially good things. In a commercial language, settle a good thought with cash payment and bad thought with a post-dated check. But we always postpone. This is the biggest mistake this businessman who did. And he did, what he did? He said, I will do this puja at the wedding time of my daughter. And Lord said, okay, tadhastu. Again, much patience. We think God, we have more patience than God. But God has more patience. And He always patient enough with us. He gives us so many opportunities in our life to come and surrender to Him. But we don't, because we all have an ego. It's called human ego. We all captured by 6 demons from the birth. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsaryas. Again, if I start talking about those 6 demons, it's another 1-2 hours lecture. I'm not going in that. But the point is, do not postpone any good things in life. That might be a puja. That might be a given promise to your family, your spouse, your kids, your parents, your guru, your teacher, your priest, whoever. If you promise, fulfill. That is the gist of the story. Do not postpone. That is one of the gist of the story in this. And this businessman postponed, and he got, and he performed the wedding of his daughter, and he forgot to do this puja. At that time, wife also forgot, himself also. Even though he remember, he doesn't want to do, maybe he want to postpone more. So wife forgot to remind him. Then Lord got upset, and he said, Lord said, from today, this my devotee get into trouble. Do we call that is a curse? That is a punishment. What is that? Please say. Is it punishment or curse? Who says it's curse? In English translation, again I'm coming back to the English translation books in Katha. in Satyanarayana stories, sometimes you might read when some priest comes, especially from our temple, when priest goes to the Satyanarayana Puja, we do not read the story, we narrate the story to them. And when we, sometimes they want katha in English. All priests doesn't speak in English, so they ask you to read the story, right? In that English translation, they said, God cursed this businessman. It's absolutely wrong translation. God never curse anyone. Like parents never curse their children. Parents punishes their children. Children, if you are here, you're listening to me, your parents are upset with you, they love you so much, that is the reason they're getting upset with you. They want all the best for you. So kids, you need to understand, your parents loves you so much than anybody else or anything else in their world. That is the reason they always want to give you whatever you want, but with the limitations, timeouts. So take it positively. Same thing, as your parents are getting upset in this age, that means they love you so much. So if your parents are in India, visit them at least once in a year. Try to spend much time with them, as much as you can. Once parents gone, you never bring them back. It is very important to spend time with your parents. If you teach your kids today, your kids will spend time with you tomorrow. It is very important. This businessman he went to do more business with his son-in-law. Over there, because of the God's words, this businessman get into trouble from today. Those words, some thieves, they robbed the treasure of the king, and all the money they left at this businessman where they were sleeping, and they're gone. It is an illusion created by the God. Again, this is a story. So don't just go with the story. Go with the gist of the story. Why they have to get into this trouble? Because the Lord God started repair to him. Because God started, okay, now I need to fix this guy. Once God decides that, then we get a lot of trouble in our life. If you are getting a lot of trouble in your life, that means you are in the queue to reach to the God's attention. Take it that way. Instead of, I'm getting trouble all my life. Don't complain. Think of that, Lord is giving me some kind of a hint. I should change some of my attitudes, some of my habits in life. And think what you have done in mistakes in the past. Just go back in your life, years back, and you can understand and try to fix the problem. Automatically, when you fix the problem is over. So this businessman, he did not even think about that. He appealed to Lord, the king, and king did not listen to him because of the God. God has created the illusion. They were kept in the jail. That is the story. You all know that. And at home, he was so wealthy, he cannot even imagine nothing is there at home to eat. The daughter and wife were begging house to house. The daughter went to somebody's house, like you guys are doing puja. Somebody was doing puja. She brought the prasad and she ate the prasad. Sometimes we also get immediately in our mind, sometimes we remember, I need to do this. When she took the prasad, she remembered, we need to do this puja because of the Lord Satyanarayana. You were blessed us. You came into our life. And they immediately said, Lord, forgive our mistake. We will do your puja tomorrow. And the wife and daughter were doing the puja. And the same night, the Lord Satyanarayana given darshan to the king's dream, in the dream of king. And he said, release those businessmen. And of course, king is very much devoted to Lord. He released them and given them all the money what he took. That is the story. But make it long story short, this businessman started his journey, but he never thanked to God. What did he say? King realized his mistake. He caught wrong people. Now he realized and he released us. Businessman never thought again, oh, because of the God's grace we were out. This is the human mentality also. Sometimes we think, I did. Do we say, oh, I did, right? This is the what Adi Shankaracharya, when he, at the age of 8 years of age, by the time he already wrote the commentary of the Vedas and Upanishads and all those, and he went to his teacher, Govinda Bhagavatpada, and Govinda Bhagavatpada asked, who are you? Normally, if I ask you, who are you, what you will answer? I am so-and-so, right? But Adi Shankara said, who am I? Soham. Manobuddhyahankara chittaninaham. I am not a mind, I am not a body, I am not a soul, I am not this, I am not that. At the end, what he said, Soham, Shivoham. I am that Shiva, that eternal Shiva. If really asked you a question, who are you, there is no answer. If say, okay, I am so and so, then who you are so and so. If you go back like that, it will connect you to the. So this story teaching us to connect yourself with the level of ground energy. Do not go ahankara, do not show your ego in front of, especially with the God. Oh, I given $1 million donation to the temple. How did you given $1 million to donation to temple? Because God has given you. Oh, I made money. How did you make money? Without the intervention of the divine in your life, can you make anything? అమ్మా పిల్లలు ఒకసారి అక్కడ గట్టిగా ఒకసారి చెప్పరా? So this is, you need to understand, is very important. Yes, you do whatever you do, give, be happy, nothing wrong. Okay, they are temples are recognizing you. Okay, he is a big donor, but do not let your ego grow. You are giving because God has given you, then only you can give. You are giving to poor, you are feeding poor because you have enough to eat, then only you can give it to poor. And again, आरती में गाते हैं, तन मन धन सब कुछ है तेरा, तेरा तुझको अर्पण. Whatever I have, it's all given by you only. I'm giving yours to you only. But many people who are egoistic with their wealth, what they say, तन मन धन सब कुछ है मेरा, मेरा तुझको अर्पण है भगवान क्या लागे तेरा. We all think sometimes like that as a human mentality. So this businessman was a very egoistic personality. So to control his ego, Lord take all the wealth from his house. कभी था करोड़पति, आज बन गया रोडपति. करोड़ और रोड में एक ही अक्षर है, का को निकाल दो तो रोड बन गया. We should not be egoistic about our wealth. We should be proud to our success, but do not to be egoistic. Whatever you do in a good deeds, you should be proud. Nothing wrong being a proud. That proud also to be a self-respect proudness. So this businessman at home, the daughter brought the prasad, and she took the prasad and she did the puja, and this king released this businessman, and businessman still he did not change his mentality, and he start going back to his town and the journey, and at the evening the Lord want to test him again, and he came to one saint's form and asked him, what is, in your boats, looks like a lot of wealth is there. What is there? What did businessman said? Story. What did in the story? He lied. What did he say? Akulu tegalo. Creepers are there in my boat. Nothing is there. Look like you are a thief. Get out from here. This is the what we all do most of the time in our life. When we have something, we show we don't have something. ఉన్నదానిని లేనిదానిగా లేనిదానిని ఉన్నదానిగా చెప్పుకోకూడదు. Do not lie, especially about something related with the divine, with the God. If something you really have it and you don't want to give, say, okay, I have it, but I can't give. That is okay. But don't lie. When you're lying, you are not lying to others, you are lying to yourself and hurting yourself, because that is the karma comes back when you say something. This businessman, after a few minutes, he realized his boats were totally floating in the water, because honestly, all boats were filled with jewelry, gold, money. Because of his words, nothing is there. Lord said, Tadhastu, and all boats were turned into again. Is it true? It is a story. What is the morality from this story? The illusion created by the God. Honestly, the boats were not filled with creepers. Still is there, gold is there. So the illusion created by the God, and this businessman saw this because of an illusion, because of his arrogance, not ignorance, arrogance. Ignorance, he crossed that level. When he realized his mistake, then he fell on the feet of Lord, that saint, and asked forgiveness. You know, in the earlier you did the puja and did the pradakshana and sastanga namaskaram. Anyadha sharanam nasti tvameva sharanam mama tasmat karunya bhavena raksha raksha janardana. When you surrender to the Lord, even though you do 1,000 mistakes, at the end you surrender with total heart, God will give you protection. The story of Gajendra Moksha in Mahabhagavat, Srimad Bhagavat. The Gajendra is an elephant, never even fold his hands in front of the God because of his arrogance. But at the end of his life, truly he surrendered to the God. Then God came to protect him. He left everything in Vaikuntha. Sirikin jappadu shankha chakra gadamunchedoyi sandhimpadu. He did not even mention to his own wife Lakshmi. He did not, Lord Vishnu normally he goes on the Vahana Garuda. He did not even go on his Vahana. He ran to protect this Gajendra. And this Gajendra is in this body itself. You know, our vasanas captured like in a crocodile. Our mind, we are not able to concentrate on the divine. And when we are ready to concentrate on the divine, it's too late. That is the reason religious practice, do not think it's like in a retirement plan. I can do religious practice after my 60 years. You have to do religious practice at the younger age, then only you can able to practice and concentrate when it's really time to need it in your life. This businessman asked forgiveness from Lord and said, Lord, forgive my mistakes. Then he realized his mistakes. Oh, this all happened because of the Lord. Then Lord asked him one question to this businessman. And these questions to all of us also. Did Lord came into your dream and ask you to come and do this puja today? You came on your own, right? Because you want something in your life, peace, happiness, prosperity. So you are offering this puja. God never asked you to offer any puja. God never asked you to offer 10 different kinds of prasad. If you are offering that prasad, is God is eating or you are eating? We are eating. Until we offer that fruit is called banana. After offering, that banana becomes Prasad. When you come to the Tirtham table, you don't ask, give me a banana. You ask, give me prasad. But if you go to store, you ask, give me banana. You don't ask, give me prasad. The banana becomes prasad once you offer. And that is the reason, whatever you're offering, it is for us only. If God start eating, nothing will left for us. You need to realize, where is the God? Who is the God? God is everywhere. God is within us. You need to realize that God. That is what Satyanarayana Puja is all about. So this businessman who, when Lord asked him, did I ask you to do this puja? No. You want a child and you promised me to do this puja. When you promise something, you fulfill. This is the morality. The gist of the story is, when you promise something, fulfill that promise. When you don't know whether you can fulfill that promise or not, don't promise. That promise can be any promise, with your children, with your spouse, with your parents, with your teacher, anyone. This is very important. Do not lie and promise that only what you can fulfill, and don't postpone good things in life. These are the morality from this 3rd and 4th chapters. The businessman start his journey back to his home, and wife, she meets him at the river bank, and daughter also comes to meet her husband, and again they found another twist over there. The tragedy happens. The daughter's husband boat sunk into the water. That is the story, right? Is the same story? Am I doing any new story? No. So why? Again, the story tells us, because she did not eat the prasad after the puja, and she got this trouble. Does it make sense to you all? Earlier I said, whatever you do, it has to make sense to you. Does it make sense to you, Amma? మీ అందరికీ ఈ కథ అర్థమవుతోందిగా? ప్రసాదం తినకపోతే మనుషులు చచ్చిపోతారా? If we don't eat prasad, God will punish us? If God is punishing us, if you don't eat prasad, then He's not a God. Very clear. Same story, if you tell your kids, they won't believe it. That is the reason, we take all the stories from our Hindu religion and we give our kids as in a story only. We never try to interpret the story in a logical way. What is the God teaching here in the story? When you don't eat prasad, you're not going to get into trouble. The gist of the story is, whatever you do in life, do it fully. Do not leave it in between. If you're doing puja, if you're going to temple, take the tirtham and prasadam, then only your puja is fulfilled. Same thing, any work. At office, you finish your work, clean your table, set everything correct, and come home. If you reach to your home, as long as you reach to your driveway, you cannot jump from the car. You park your car. Same thing in the kitchen. When you work at night, finish everything in the kitchen, then go to bed. Then when you in the morning, when you open your eyes, you feel healthy when you see the kitchen. Otherwise, the first thing you will think, oh my God. When your kitchen is totally dirty, all women can connect this, right? Many of us does this at home. When you see clean kitchen in the morning, you will feel to cook 2 more items more. So whatever you do in life, same thing kids, if you are studying, keep your study area clean after the finishing of studies. It is very important. Whatever you do in life, do it properly and fully. Do not leave it in between. When you're doing puja, you take prasad. This is what God is trying to teach you. In olden days, everything connects with the God. Nowadays, everything connects with the science. Olden time, we used to say when you come out from the outside from the street, oh, wash your feet, wash your hands before you eat, otherwise God will punish you. At your young age. But same thing, you can you tell your kids God will punish them if you they don't want if they don't wash their hands and feet? They won't believe. Why? It's a hygiene. Before Corona, we all make a joke about, oh, 10 times they wash hands, feet. What did they do in the Corona time? You know? So that is the science. Whatever we connect with Hindu religion everything is science. Nothing but science. Only thing is how we need to interrupt, we need to understand. And you need the right teacher to give you that right examples. Long time back, in Canada, I was working. Somebody came with his small son, and he came with a shoe. And one of our priests said, oh, you can't come with the shoe. Normally, priests oppose. He got so upset. Oh, kids are form of God. How can you say kid not to come with the shoe? Because that is not his personality. His ego is talking because he felt offended. Priest stopped him. Why you are showing your ego to the priest? Come on. Without priest, can you survive in your life? Priest is needed. Priests are in between you and the divine God. So we need to learn how to respect the priest. It is very important. When I gave him very logical answer, sir, can you take your son with the same shoe and keep him in master bed? No, bed will get dirty. So temple will get dirty. So you need everything, those days religion, these days science, logic. Logical answer can make big difference. And same thing, every Hindu ritual has a lot of logic. If you all are interested, devotees, if you are interested, temple is ready to teach for your kids. But unless you are showing your interest towards to the temple can do only limit to their work. They will very much limited. You all needs to come with lot of questions, and temple is ready to help you and teach lot of rituals in a scientific way. So this businessman, he went back home, and she went back home, and she took the prasad, and forever as long as he lived, he performed this puja and lived happily, and all his money donated to the good causes. And 5th chapter goes again with one king who is so much egoistic, and he discriminate between the human. And what is the description? The discrimination is, I am higher than you. The caste system. The caste system God did not create it. God created according to the varnashrama. Chaturvarniyam maya srishtya. 4 caste system is the one only created. According to the dharma. But we are the one who think, oh, I am higher than you. I am higher caste than you. Especially when you come to temple. Sir, call lopadam mucheskora, please. When Lord, in front of the God, we are all equal. That is about one thing we all need to understand. When you are entering into the temple, everyone is same. Maybe according to your karma, maybe according to your whatever you are helping to the temple or donating more, maybe they may ask you to come forward and sit, because that is just a respect, out of respect. But God will give you same to everything. But it's not that mean you don't donate more. Please keep donating to the temple, because your donations are the only thing temple will sustain. Temple is needed your donation very much. And thanks to you all for donating, and not only today. I know you all are donating many times, and please keep donating, keep coming, and keep supporting the temple. Temples are needed. You know, temples are not supported by the governments. They give $1 million to keep a Hinduism chair in a university, but nobody will come and give okay, I will give $1 million, keep a deity in there. But maybe one day God will come with someone. Who knows? So, the 5th chapter, this Tungadhvaja king who went to hunt in the jungle and he saw cowherds were doing this puja and he did not even do the namaskar to Lord Satyanarayana. And they brought him some prasad and he disrespect that prasad and discard the prasad and did not even take the prasad and he did not even do the namaskar to the god. Then when he come back, he found all his kingdom was taken over by the enemies and all his kids were died. And then he realized his mistake and he went back to the jungle and he performed this puja along with the cowherds and he ate the prasad along with them. Then he come back and he found everything was the same. So again, the illusion created by the God. So here one thing we need to understand. In life we get into a lot of troubles, but the trouble is not real. It is an illusion. You try to find your own mistake and correct yourself, and the problem will go away in your life. And be positive. And always try to help others. Hurt no one, serve everyone, and love everyone. That is the message. And Satyanarayana, whoever worship this Satyanarayana in the form of Satchit Ananda Swarupa, they will be blessed. And they will be blessed with abundance of prosperity, happiness, and peace in their life. And that's Lord Satyanarayana Bhagavan. On this holy day, holy Purnima day, you all performing this puja, may it give you all success in your life and your kids. And Sarve Janas Sukhino Bhavantu. Iti Sri Skanda Purane Reva Gande Satyanarayana Vratkadayam Pradhamadvitiya Tritiya Chaturdha Panchamodhyaya Samaptaha. Offer the Akshata on the Kalasham. Now, Panditji will do the Punaf Puja, and after the Puja, the Mandapa Danam you need to give. So whatever around minimum $11 Dakshina, you keep it and give it to the priest, that Mandapam given to the priest. Minimum 11, whatever you can do the Dakshina to the priest, give it to that priest. And again, we need to take care of our priests. Priests are really, really working hard for the community. So please take care of the priests and keep coming to the temple. This evening, 4 o'clock, we have a Chandi Parayana. All 700 verses of Devi Mahatyam will be recited here. And Navavarana Puja will be done in the temple. And founding family membership monthly Sankalpam will be done today. All founding family members. And if you are founding family members, anybody sitting here in this group, and if you did not pay your yearly donation, $365, please pay your yearly donation. Because this $1 a day donation helps sustain the temple. Thank you. Now we follow the Panditji's instructions. And after the puja, give that mandapam to him along with the dakshina. And after the puja, please help volunteers. We need some to pick all the flowers in tray, fruits in one bowl, and all the betel nuts and everything collecting in those boxes. And water needs to collect and help us to clean this area. And then there is a lunch prasad also. Please have a lunch prasad. And from April onwards, every Sunday, 10 to 12:30, we are starting satsang, congregation in the temple. Bhajan, some guest speaker will come and speak, and we'll have a lunch prasad also. 10 to 12:30 every Sunday we are trying to teach more on Hindu rituals within a logical and scientific way. Bring your kids, so that way your kids also can learn about this. That the importantly congregation is we are starting for the youth only. So please come from first Sunday of the month, every April, from April onwards. And in April, Ugadi is coming on the 9th of April, and Sri Ramanavami is on the 16th, Sita Rama Kalyanam. Thank you. Boliye Satyanarayana Bhagavan ki. Yeah, start.
Keep offering akshatas on Kalasham. चित्रमाच्छादयामि चामरेण विजयामि नृत्यं दर्शयामि गीतं श्रावयामि वाद्यं घोषयामि
Please
समस्त
stay.
राजोपचार
We will be
देवोपचार
doing Aarati
शक्त्योपचार
and followed by
मंत्रोपचार
lunch prasad.
शास्त्रोपचार पूजा समर्पयामि यस्य स्मृत्या जनामोक्त्या तपः पूजा क्रिया रजोन्योनं दम्पोन दान्याति सद्यो वन्देदमच्युतं मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दन यत्पूजितं यादेव परिपूर्णं तदस्तेनया ध्यानावाहना षोडशोपचार पूजा च भगवान् सर्वात्मकः सर्वं श्री जनार्दन देवता प्रीता प्रसन्ना वरदा भवतु. Again take some akshatas and water. नारायण स्वामी देवता प्रीता प्रसन्ना वरदा भवतु. Again repeat everyone. आवाहनम न जानामि विसर्जनम पूजाम चैव न जानामि क्षम्यतां जनार्दन अपराध सहस्राणि क्रियन्ते अहर्निशं मया दासोऽयम् इति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व जनार्दन मम सर्व अपराधां क्षमा. Namaskaram to the Lord Satyanarayana Swami. Again take some akshatas. यज्ञमयजं तदेवाः तान् धर्मान् प्रथमान्यासन्ते हनाकं महिमानसन्ते त्रपूर्वे साध्यासन्त देवाः साङ्गतपरिवारतमेत रमाचै सत्यनारायण स्वामिने नमः. यथास्थानं प्रवेशयामि. Offer in front of the kalasham. Just hold that kalasham and lift it and put it back.
యా అయిపోయింది. మండపం పెట్టేసండి. ఇచ్చారుగా మీరు దానం. అయ్యా సిస్టర్ వారు the dakshina, keep it on the mandapam. Along with the mandapam he will take it. అయ్యా ఒక్కసారి అలా ఉండండి. అక్కడ అలా ఉండండి. ఆ దీపం తీసుకోండి. మీరు ఆ దీపం ప్లేటు అదే అక్కడే ఉంది మీ ఎదురుగ్గా. ఎవరో ఒకరు తీసుకోండి చాలు ముందు. ఎస్ కూర్చొనే ఉండండి అమ్మా మీరు అక్కడ. మీరు ఇటు పక్క పట్టుకోండి. నేను ఆరతి పెట్టినప్పుడు you don't need to stand up, amma. Just sit down and do the arati. Just sit down and do the arati. When it, we will start the arati in next 1 minute. After you finish the arati at your mandapam, pass that arati to your next person. And after arati, please help cleaning up this area. Ayipindandi? Arthena? Okay, so we are starting the arati, and everyone, devotees, you can stand up, please. Somebody can ring the bells. And puja people, whoever sitting, you can sit and do the arati if you want to. Once you finish the arati, give it to the next person, please.
क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे।
भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। जो ध्यावे फल पावे, दुख विन से मन का।
स्वामी दुख विन से मन का।
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे,
सुख संपत्ति घर आवे।
कष्ट मिटे तन का। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
मात पिता तुम मेरे, शरण गहूँ किसकी।
स्वामी शरण गहूँ किसकी।
तुम बिन और न दूजा।
तेरे बिन और न दूजा, आस करूं।
Everyone do the आरती. After you do the आरती,
जगदीश हरे।
keep offering the fruits in the bowls there.
पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी।
स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी।
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर
पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर।
तुम सबके स्वामी। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
డబ్బులన్నీ ఒక దాంట్లో పెట్టండి.
तुम करुणा के
All money collect in one plate, fruits in the bowls,
स्वामी तुम
flowers in one tray.
करता।
मैं मूरख खल कामी।
मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी, कृपा करो भरता। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। तुम हो एक अगोचर, सबके प्राणपति।
All the money collect in one plate. Volunteers, please help. Collecting fruits in one bowl, money in one plate, turmeric roots in one plate, dried dates in one plate, betel nuts in one plate, flowers in a separate tray.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
All money in one plate, please. Do not mix.
ठाकुर तुम मेरे।
स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे।
अपने
And water, please collect the water in a pot, please.
अपनी शरण लगाओ, द्वार पड़ा तेरे।
Om Jai Jagadish Hare.
विषय विकार मिटाओ,
खुशी।
पाप हरो देवा।
स्वामी पाप हरो देवा।
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ,
श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ।
संतन की सेवा। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे। भक्त जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे।
Swami Jai Dinanath Hare. जनों के संकट, दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे। ओम जय जगदीश हरे। हर नमः पार्वती पतये, हर हर महादेव हर। बोलिए सच्चिदानंद भगवान की। Please everyone go around the shrines, do the parikrama, and I request all the puja sponsors. Ayya venakatala daapera adi. Nana Satya. Everyone please take the prasad, that Satyanarayana Swami prasadam. If you have a bowls, put it outside at the lunch table. Everyone will take the prasad, and please collect all the items, fruits in a one big bowl. అయ్యా మునుకుట్ల వారు తీర్థం ఇస్తూ ఉండండి అక్కడ. ప్లీజ్ take the తీర్థం and prasadam, Satyanarayana prasadam, everyone take, and all the money in one plate and give it to the priest. And all the puja mandapa sheets, clean with the paper towel, make sure everything is clean. Please help us. And all devotees, please take prasadam, tirtham, and have a lunch prasad. And if whoever did not pay for the Satyanarayana puja, please come and pay here. Thank you. Turmeric, Ganesha, flowers, everything in one tray. So that coconut and blouse piece you can take as a prasad to home. The kalasham not. Kalasham leave it here. Coconut and blouse piece you can take home, and you can make a chutney or whatever with the coconut, and the blouse piece you can use it. And of course many people have a doubt, can we break the coconut? Yes, you can. You can eat nicely and make whatever you want to eat with that. And if you make a kobbar lauzu, bring it here also. Okay, thank you, and happy Holi to you all.